Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Doom of Icewind Dale. Last episode, we did some wandering around the town here, doing some exploring and finding what people we could. We did find a place where we could buy weaponry, but there's nothing in particular I really want to buy at the moment. Plus, I kind of need to save up my money. We also found this guy who wants us to do something for him. Specifically,
Yes.
He's summoning a snow weird. I'm capable of handling an elemental. Huh, a bold claim for one who fled here with the other refugees, but reft of any items that might substantiate such a statement. Who are you to offer such assurance? I'm Ken Daniels. For a moment, the mage's face turns red with anger. His lip curls and he looks like he's about to hurl an insult. But then something seems to register in his eyes. He stares at you for a long while, disbelief spreading over his face. You see his hands begin to tremble. It is you. I thought you looked familiar when you entered my shop. Azuth above, I was there that day. The day you stormed the tower. The mage's eyes close. He seems to be reliving painful memories. I saw Valindra fall by your hand. She had succumbed to Malgrim's mind control magic. The Archmage Arcane used his powers to bring her back, for she remains his favorite, and he believes her to possess a great destiny. You saved the Hoss Tower, even as you slaughtered so many within. Tell me more of what you remember that day. It was a blur. The tower was in an uproar. The High Captain were fighting amongst themselves, and many of the wizards had gone into hiding. Archlum Greeth had disappeared, leaving Malgrim to rule unchallenged. Thanks to you, the Archmage Arcane re-established control. I don't recall meeting you in Luskan. After Valindra attacked you, her mind ensorcelled by Malgrim's magic, I fled. Perhaps had I stayed, Archlum would have rewarded me with the position of Overwizard. I am not a mage of trifling ability. Instead, upon my return, I was sent here in disgrace. You're a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. That means you're an enemy of 10 towns.
No.
I am no one's enemy, least of all yours. I came to the Hoss Tower to further my magical studies. The plotting and scheming and plans for domination I left to my peers. This is my life now, to run a magic shop and keep an eye on events in the region. So you admit you spy for your masters in Luskan? I provide information when asked. What else is there for me? One does not simply walk away from the Arcane Brotherhood. Here, I do no harm while keeping my masters at arm's length. Please, let us speak of the Snow Weird. By summoning this being, I seek to avert the doom of Icewind Dale. Title drop. The dire winter engulfing Tourmaline, the monster attacks, the masked lady of the lake, the mysterious bodies turning up in Lonelywood, they're all somehow connected. The Snow Weird can provide answers. I am seeking this masked lady. I believe she stole my memory. Indeed. She must be extremely powerful to have tangled with the hero of Neverwinter and lived to tell the tale. Perhaps the Snow Weird will have the answers you require. Once I've summoned the Snow Weird, you merely need to stand guard in case she attempts to escape the ritual circle. I've considerable experience summoning elementals, but weirds are said to be both powerful and mercurial. I'll do this providing I can seek my own answers from the Snow Weird.
As it should be.
Once I'm satisfied I have learned all that I can, you may ask your own questions. There will, of course, be a monetary reward to sweeten the deal. Meet me by the summoning circle in the other room. As you wish.
Can I help you?
In but a moment I shall summon a Snow Weird from the elemental plane of air. Such beings are said to need to maintain a physical connection to their elemental substance. I'd prefer not to cover my shop in snow, so I think we can dispense with that step. Are you sure that's wise? I only require the Snow Weird's presence for but a moment. Why, it will hardly notice it has been summoned to the material plane. Besides, the summoning circle will protect us from its wrath should it seek to do us harm. Okay, you're taking shortcuts in summoning an elemental. I'm sorry, but you're already doing things very badly, and I'm not a wizard. I can tell you this is going to end poorly. Go ahead and summon the weird. As you wish. Behold the power of Sylvanius Crim. Ooh, that is an interesting design.
Yes, who is it?
The tall, humanoid-shaped elemental before you is composed wholly of snow. Her dazzling silver eyes are too bright to look at and narrowed in pain. She is in great discomfort. Greetings, denizen of the elemental plane of air. I am Sylvanius Crim. I have summoned you, seeking your counsel. A darkness threatens Icewind Dale. A mysterious maleficence turns the very land and its denizens against us. The Snow Weird's voice is deep and wild like a winter gale. Mortal, what have you done? You tear me from my home, from my precious pool. I cannot survive here. Send me back, I beg of you. The agony. Fear not, creature. I will return you from whence you came just as soon as you answer my question.
How dare you?
Arrogant human. I should scour the warm flesh from your bones. Very well. Ask. Oh boy. What is the nature of the doom that threatens Icewind Dale? Answer me, and I will end your torment. The elemental's form begins to tremble. Snow pours from her. She is slowly coming apart, her body unraveling. Arctis comes. The Snow Weird's voice grows more desperate. The progeny of war, born in winter's womb and unloved by both. His rage is terrible. Free me! Soon. How do we stop this, Arctis? I can see you're in pain. If you just answer my question.
Please, you must help me.
The walking winter is the child of divine lust gone cold, and he will be sated only when your lands are as dead as an unloved heart. Only with powerful allies can you stand any chance of defeating him. Now I have answered your question. Let me go. I cannot survive much longer. Release her. She's answered your question. I'm almost done, I promise. Valindra Shadowmantle of the Arcane Brotherhood of Lescun. What can you tell me of her destiny? The elemental's voice becomes a shriek. Half of the Snow Weird is melted onto the floor of the shop, partly covering the summoning circle that binds her within. She takes a step towards it. Valindra will become Neverwinter's scourge as I am now yours. She's about to escape. Send her back. Your words have the desired effect. Sylvanius Crim notices the summoning circle has been compromised and utters a word. The Snow Weird disappears, sent back to the elemental plane of air. Well, thank God we managed to avoid a disaster there. So let's see. Arctis, the progeny of war, born in winter's womb and unloved by both. The walking winter is a child of divine lust gone cold, and he will be sated only when your lands are as dead as an unloved heart. Only with powerful allies. Doesn't help very much. That did not go to plan. My apologies. All I learned is a name. Arctis the Walking Winter. Ominous, but hardly revelatory. I hope there's a reward for me saving your life. Of course, of course. Without your help, I would have met a rather chilly end at the hands of the weird. Here, take this gold. I hope it goes some way towards earning your forgiveness. I must begin my research into the nature of this name, Arctis. It is not a name I have heard before. Should you require any magical supplies, be sure to return. I'll see what I can do. Thank you for the 3,000 gold. I'll use it to buy gear and equipment. Such as a +2 cloak. That would probably be a good idea, I think. And I can afford it from this Petir of Nobanian. And I could probably afford to buy some better armor.
Good on you. Hello.
Let's see, you have... Ooh, actually... Oh no, those are not what I'm looking for. Cloak of Fortification +1. Ugh. Half plate is 7 and 1. 8 and 1. Expensive, but full plate is good to have. I will buy this and equip it on myself. The banded mail is heavy armor. No one else can use it. I will sell it back to you. I don't get much from it, but it's something. Cloak of Fortification is expensive. I'll come back to it. For now, let's head back. I believe the tavern we're looking for is back in this direction. Isn't it? Okay, Beldrin's missing merchandise. Rendell's Forge. The Wolf Pelt's Inn. Ah, it is down there. Okay. So she should be there, and I should be able to buy that thing back. Only fair enough. Okay, almost there. There's the Wolf Pelt's Inn, and let's go in. First things first, Callous Winters, I need to buy something back from you. The Abominable Yeti Hide. I am going to hold on to this. It doesn't weigh much, so... I will need a +2 cloak. I'll find it. So, Sharwyn is here somewhere. Okay, not that way. There's a door over here. That door is also locked. Maybe Callus has something to say about where they are? I understand there's a bard named Sharwyn staying here. Oh, the Lady Sharwyn is in her room. If you wait here a moment, I'll ask Beatrice to fetch her. Oh, there we go. Hello, Sharwyn. It's been a long time.
Well met.
Ken, it is you. I heard a rumor that the hero of Neverwinter had been spotted in Targos, but I dismissed it as nonsense. Why would you turn up here of all places? Then I spotted Aaron Gend, and I dared hope.
Might we chat for a moment?
Why did you disappear? I know you and Lord Nasher fell out over Arabet's execution, but it was as though you vanished off the face of Faerun after your banishment. It took me quite by surprise. I grew restless and left Neverwinter soon after. What about your mother? She was sick. My mother passed away just before you left. You recall the celestial elixir you helped me create to cure her bone rot. It rid her of the disease, but her heart condition claimed her soon after. At least she didn't die alone. I was with her. I like to think we made peace before the end. When the call for heroes went out from Waterdeep, I traveled to the City of Splendors with Daerin, Linu, and Tomi. We descended the yawning portal into Undermountain. I was confident we would cut a path straight to the source of the evil beneath the city. Sharwyn trails off. The brash, confident bard you remember seems to have disappeared, replaced with a woman haunted by uncertainty. Instead, I was hit by an arrow while chasing a beholder. I died in that place, Ken. I would have remained dead, forgotten, unloved. Another grisly ornament for Hallister's halls. Yet somehow you stand before me now. The Slayer of Mephistopheles brought me back. I tried to thank him, but he turned away with scarcely a word. The look in his eyes said all that needed to be said. I was weak, of no use to him. I fled back up to the yawning portal. Really? So, canonically, the Slayer of Mephistopheles didn't take Sharwyn with him. All the way down. I mean, most likely when I went, I would have had her with me at least until I got either Daerin or Tomi. I can't remember which one I took with me in the Let's Play. But still. Tell me more about the Slayer of Mephistopheles. He cut a bloody swath down to the 3rd level of Undermountain. Nothing could stand in his way. After rescuing Hallister, he defeated the Drow matriarch who called herself the Valakshiress and travelled to the Nine Hells. He and Mephistopheles fought on the very streets of Waterdeep. Sharwyn shakes her head. The Slayer's exploits should be the stuff of 1,000 songs, but something about him was wrong. I fear even to speak his name. He scared me. Dying terrified me. I haven't felt safe since. That doesn't sound like the Sharwyn I know. We all change. Moment by moment we are destroyed and rebuilt into different versions of ourselves. With every decision we make, every experience we undergo. I've lost everyone who was once close to me. I almost lost me. You remember I told you I wanted to be a famous bard? I was impetuous, and more than a little bit arrogant. It isn't the artist that's important, not really. It's the art. The lyrics of a song that can transport the listener through time to become, even fleetingly, another version of themselves. A parable that reveals a truth that lasts an eternity. This is what is important. I wanted to escape Neverwinter, escape Waterdeep, escape the fear I felt deep within ever since that day in Undermountain. Icewind Dale is a land of outcasts, but also of legends. A place that welcomes anonymity. A place I could write my masterpiece. But what about you, Ken? Why are you here in this frozen place at the end of the world? Tell Sharwyn all that has transpired since you awoke in Lara's house. Someone did this to you. Why? An enemy, perhaps? Someone we crossed during our time in Neverwinter? But our enemies are all dead. Duster, Margrim, Morag. It makes no sense. Let me travel with you, Ken. I've hidden for too long. I will lend you my songs and my magic, just like before. I'll help you find whoever did this to you. And in the meantime, I will compose my greatest work, the Ballad of Icewind Dale. Join me, Sharwyn. I've missed your company. I'd love to join you, but you know the saying, three's a crowd. Come find me at the Lusty Arms when you're less spoiled for company. And we can only take 2 with us. Well, Kanuki... return to the Lusty Arms. Ah, so this is going to be our base. Right, so he will be around here somewhere. Where is she? Oh, do we have to speak to Kalis?
Well met.
I mean, they're supposed to be here. Are these still locked? Oh no, wait, Luskin Arms. Wrong building. We gotta go to the other one. My mistake. Oh, this way. I want to have her with me at the very least, so that I can talk with her. And then we will use this money to try and buy some better gear. I don't think there's really much better gear that I can buy. I mean, I've got the best armor I can get at the moment, so that's good. I've got a +1 longsword, which is fantastic to have. I have a shield. The only other thing I can really think of to... You should return to Speaker Kemp and report on your progress. Really? Word of your exploits in Targos will surely have reached Kemp. Okay, I guess this works. Before I do, let's go speak with Sharwyn. And see what equipment she has. Let's see. There's Kanuki, there's Sharwyn. Okay, perfect. Sharwyn!
Well met. Well met.
Targos is hardly Neverwinter, is it? You could probably fit the entire town in the Blacklake district of the City of Skilled Hands. Not that the Novas there would be too keen on a bunch of fisherfolk moving in. Let's discuss something. There are a few things I enjoy more than talking, at least to people I like. Tell me about yourself. I'm sure we discussed all this back in Neverwinter, but I'll indulge you. What with you losing your memories. I was born to a widow who squandered all of my family's money on her love of excess. She encouraged me to marry some rich lord, but I instead fell in love with a copperless bard, Danon. We fled to Armen, where my lover was seduced by a wealthy merchant's wife. Danon was never the man I imagined him to be, and though the merchant's wife used his magical glamour to appear beautiful in order to win Danon's heart, I'll never forget his betrayal. Will you ever seek revenge on Danon or his mistress? Whatever Danon and I had is long gone. He's not worth my time. I'm not sure if you recall, but you once gave me a lock of nymph's hair to break the beauty spell that merchant's wife cast to snare him. Well, she's welcome to them. They both seem pitiful now. I just realized the chairs are shells. That's interesting, but also feels very excessive for this place. How are you feeling about your mother's death? It's strange. I'm glad we made peace before she passed, yet I can't help but think she did so because selfishly, she wanted my love before the end. My mother rarely did anything that wasn't motivated by self-interest. I loved her as best I could. That's really all I can say. Tell me about your adventure in Undermountain. Adventure? That's a grand way of putting it. I remember I'd been practicing my sword work before heading down there. I truly thought that after turning back Luskin's army, dealing with the threat from Undermountain would be a breeze. I was terribly wrong. Sometimes I dream of the arrows entering my body and the blackness beyond, and I wake up in a cold sweat. I see the face of the slayer of Mephistopheles, and I fear my skin crawl. I'm used to men looking at me in a certain way. Not him. To him, I was nothing. Chattel. Why does he terrify you so much? I know you won't be familiar with the stories, what with your memory loss. He has a drow assassin as a lover and a tiefling weapon master as his personal bodyguard. He counts infernals among his allies and can walk the Shadowfell at will. It is said he's the most powerful hero in Faerun. Ah, so canonically, I can't remember their names, but the drow and the tiefling are now both staunch allies of him. Which means, canonically, Deacon didn't stay with him when he went to the Underdark? So... Huh. And Infernal is among his allies. So, the Slayer of Mephistopheles is evil, canonically. Is that what she's saying? I pray that you never meet the Slayer. It would not end well. Do you know what became of our other companions? Dalen, Tommy, Linu. Dalen went back north to be with his tribe. Tommy remained in Waterdeep, though he mentioned something about a Port of Shadows. Linu, I have no idea. Grimnar perished sometime before all this occurred. No great loss. I found the dwarf to be horrible company. Yeah, we know about that. Which leaves the gnome still completely unknown. The fuck happened to him? Oh, that's everything. So, let's see. Examine. You are a neutral bard. Fair enough. You've got lore and perform and spellcraft. And she's using a single sword instead of a two-hander like she usually does. That is a +2 longsword and a +2 chain shirt. I want that longsword because I am a longsword user. Okay, and she doesn't have a bow. Hold on, she was a bow user. Why is she using a longsword? She used a bow. Well, either way, I'm taking that sword. Your sword is mine. I want a +2 longsword. That would be fantastic. Unfortunately, now I don't have a light, so I need to go get another. And nice as it would be to take Sharwyn, to have these two companions with me, I feel like she might not be as much of a use. At least at the moment.
Well,
Maybe I'll take her with me late. Actually, before I do, I want to take a look upstairs. I want to see if she has anything to say to the bard who's over there. I'm very curious.
Greetings of the fair folk.
You seem anxious. I'd be happy to hear you play. Who are you? Tell me that. Okay. She doesn't have anything to say to that guy. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know if she is necessarily the right person I want to take with me. Like I said, I'm used to her wielding a bow, not a sword. I mean, I still wish I could have a bigger party. And honestly, I'm kind of starting to get a little weighed down. I mean, I'm already more than halfway carrying things. I can only carry so much. I need something to increase my strength. The bracers of armor, it's still fascinating that those actually work and stack. They're not supposed to. And those bracers of armor can be used alongside a potion of speed to make the thunderclap bracers, but I don't want thunderclap bracers. They're for monks. And I'm not a monk. I will need to save up for the Weapon Master's scale if I get Gauntlets of Weapon skill. That's something that could be useful, and so could the Cloak of the Yeti. The others, Kossuth's Fury is not useful to you, and the Spear of the Mammoth is not useful to me. So yeah, Sharwyn, I think I'm not going to take you. A rogue is incredibly useful because you can pick locks. So Aaron, you are never leaving the party. But yeah, maybe we'll try running around with the cleric for a bit. Right, you return to the Luskan Arms, and you I take with me. And we need to go report to the guy. Much as I'd like to have a cloak, I do tend to just salvage things more than anything else. So, let's report in. I think we have just enough time to do so. Here's the council hall. A brief history of Icewind Dale. Not exactly brief. Captain Haldor.
Pleasure to see you.
Okay, you don't have anything to say. Though that sounded very sarcastic.
I greet you.
Ah, Ken. Word of your deeds has gotten back to me. Seems you're a capable hero after all. I hereby task you with discovering the whereabouts of Wulfgar. Should you present proof of his fate to the council, you will be handsomely rewarded. Here is a gate pass. I suggest you begin your search in Tourmaline. Follow the road along Maer Dwaldon and head north as soon as you are able. May the gods grant you success on your quest. Alright. Oh, wait. Oh, that's probably just another way out. Yeah, there's 2 doors out. Alright. Well, we have our way to get out of here, so... let me just put the pass down here. This pass signed by Speaker Kemp allows the bearer to leave and enter Targos as they please. Fantastic. And with that, I am going to end this episode here. Next episode, we shall head on outwards into the wilderness and see what we can do. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Ken Daniels, Aaron Gend, and Kanuki. This has been a Let's Play of A Neverwinter Nights, Doom of Icewind Dale, and I shall see you all next time.